Hey, what's up my fellow axolotls, and welcome to my channel. I'll be your bartender for today, and I'll be making a cocktail for everyone's favorite doctor, professor, lawyer, plumber, gladiator of Hololive's Gil Tempus, Axel Syrios. One of my personal favorites of HoloSTARS-EN, I definitely couldn't leave him out when making Tempus cocktails. Not only that, but Axel seems like the guy who would most enjoy a cold one with the boys, so it is my honor to be making him a cocktail today. Not only is he just a chill guy, but he's also a supremely talented singer and performer. He's released several amazing covers and MVs, and he does a lot of karaoke streams and zatsurans and such and such. Not only that, he's actually pretty fluent in Japanese. Man, truly a man of many talents. Anyways, keep on rolling, my dude. I'm excited to see you guys grow even bigger this year. Now, what I enjoy most about watching Axel's streams is just the overall vibe that he's got going on. I mean, he can be talking and yapping some more, and then nonchalantly let slip one of the most out-of-pocket, insanely structured sentences ever imagined, and then just keep on going like nothing happened. This has gone on to create, several memes that have grown lives of their own, and I think one of the best examples of this is the formation of Team Snakebite. That was like a canon event that brought together so many different factions, all for the single purpose of helping a homie out. I mean, you had Selene as the instigator, RPR egging them on, the chat absolutely cooking with all the ad-libs, and then Axel trying his best to talk his way out of this awkward-ass situation. And it ended up being one of the most entertaining VTubing moments of that year. And the yapping didn't stop there. He kept on going, and we got into topics such as Italian men and pizzas. And to be honest, I think I gotta agree with Axel there. Can't beat a pizza made by an Italian man. But Team Snakebite isn't the only thing of note about Axel Syrios. His nonchalant attitude has led to some amazing interactions with other fellow HoloMems. I think the dynamic between Brian and Kobo is super hilarious, and just comparing that between him and Altair is really interesting. Another thing, another moment that I recall fondly is the infamous Holo Tempus incident, where Axel seemed to have missed the memo and ripped the draw straight from his pants, where the other members just got a fresh pair to display for everyone. Yeah, man, those are some good times. Anyways, that's enough of me yapping about Axel's feats. Let's talk about today's cocktail and the ingredients. So, with Axel being the gladiator of Hololive's Gil Tempus, I imagine him to be an absolute party animal, celebrating every quest and victory with a grand feast in the guild hall with good booze and good food. With that in mind, I wanted to make some sort of beer cocktail for Axel that will be really good at parties. Not only that, I wanted to make this a more rough and tumble type of cocktail, something that would be drunken in the days of old. So to do that, I need to talk about the history of grog. You may have heard of the term, referring to booze or alcohol in general, but back in the day, when sailors were out at sea for months at a time, they were often paid in rum rations every day. This is just something to take the edge off, keep up morale, because there wasn't a lot of fun stuff to do out at sea, other than getting drunk, I suppose. And I guess it's also a very safe liquid to keep for months at a time. But some sailors took this to the extreme, and they would save up like a few days worth of rum rations and drink it all down on the weekend or something and get absolutely wasted on the job. And this, of course, was not ideal. People are kind of relying on these guys to keep the ship afloat, and so make sure no one will die. So one captain got absolutely fed up with the state of affairs, and he made a rule. Every sailor must now take their rum ration and cut it down with water in front of them. So they'll just dump out their rum ration in this big barrel and then fill it up to some part with water, and then they'll just drink that throughout the day instead of just downing it all at once, I suppose. So this meant that sailors couldn't get shit-faced anymore, but, you know, there was still, I guess, a little buzz, but, you know, it's better than being absolutely shit-faced. But the sailors have, of course, complained about this, you know, saying, oh, this tastes weak, it's not good anymore. So the captain added another rule. They could trade for a bit of sugar and lime that they would add to their drink, and that would help make it taste a bit better. And, you know, people just accepted that. And this led to the creation of one of the oldest cocktails in the world, grog. And that's what we're going to be making today. So we're going to need some good rum of your choice. I have this Jamaican rum here, but feel free to use anything that you have. Spiced rum might be even nice in this cocktail. And of course, we're going to need some fresh lime juice, fresh limes, and sugar in the form of syrup. And I still have quite a bit of peach syrup right here, so I'm going to try using that. Now, traditionally, like I said before, grog was cut with water, but I don't think that's how they do it in the halls of Elysium. So we're going to be adding to this drink a bunch of Japanese ale, Asahi, super dry. Now let's make the cocktail. If you're going to make this drink properly, I would recommend taking the rum, sugar and lime, and possibly some bitters, shaking all that over ice and pouring it into a nice glass of cold beer. But we're not going to be doing that today. I think I have a method that's a bit more fitting for the occasion, and that's basically turning this drink into a beer bomb. So we're going to need 3 shot glasses. I've got some multicolored ones here in Axel's colors, purple. But yeah. Okay, to the first shot glass, we're going to be adding 3/4 of an ounce of our peach syrup. Feel free to try this with any syrup of your choice, be it simple syrup or any other fruit syrup. This is just what I had on hand, and it sounded really interesting. In the second shot glass, we're going to pour in 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. And in the last shot glass, we're going to add in 1.5 ounces of our rum of choice. Okay, now set these aside for a moment. Now, for a serving glass, if you happen to have a wide pint glass or an actual beer mug, that will be perfect. I don't have one, so, and this rocks glass is the only thing wide enough to accommodate these 3 shot glasses, so this is what I'll be using, even though it's not ideal. But we're gonna crack open a cold one, and we're gonna pour it into the glass. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pour, you know, a good amount, but we're gonna leave some extra room at the top for our shot glasses. And now we wanna take our 3 shot glasses, pick them up carefully, like so, and suspend them in the air over our cocktail like this. And there you have it. I present to you Gladiator Grog. This is what I'd imagine would be served at a wild night at the Tempest Guild Hall, with Axel chugging these down left and right like he was dying of thirst, chasing each sip with good food and friendly banter. We've got a nice glass of cold beer. The amount that you fill it up to will depend on the glass that you have, but anywhere between 8 to 12 ounces is fine. And then we've got 3 shots in Axel's colors that will up the proof and make this really a night to remember. I hope this really captures Axel's essence, and if Axel ever sees this, I hope he'll agree, and I hope it makes him really happy. Now, before we taste, the drink is actually incomplete. As you can see, the contents aren't yet mixed together. To complete the drink, we're going to have to carefully grab 2 of the shot glasses and lift them up so the third one will fall down. You want to make sure that your glasses are pretty sturdy and they won't crack from the impact, but hopefully this is fine. Here we go. Perfect. Now we're going to pour in the other 2 liquids into our glass. And now it's done. Let's take a sniff. Dropping in of that shot glass caused a lot of the fizz to come up, and now I really just smell the beer. There's a little bit of that rum aroma because since it's much stronger, it floats towards the top. So I get a bit of that aged notes, but mainly the beer is pretty fragrant. So let's take a sip. Now the flavor of the beer is quite prevalent. It does taste a bit stronger. I think I forgot to mix it a little bit, so I'll take a straw and just give it a little stir. And there we go. Let me take another sip. Now I do get that lime brightening things up, and that sugar adds a bit of more fruity complexity to it. And then you do get a hint of that rum. And let me try taking a sip of the beer just to compare. Yeah, okay, definitely this is a lot more dry. Of course, it's Asahi super dry, but I can definitely taste a lot more flavor here. It's more sour, a bit more sweet. It's got a bit more of the peachy aroma, and then the rum adds a bit of its aged, spicy, oaky, woodsy notes. But overall, it's still a pretty easy drink to enjoy, despite it having like a full shot of rum in there. But it's probably not much more ABV than probably like 10%, I guess, around there. So it's still very approachable for someone who enjoys beer more than hard liquor. But this will get you up there a bit more. Probably not super wasted than shots, but this is something you can chug down at a Guildhall while eating a bunch of food, and you'll have a fun night. Now overall, this is a quite refreshing drink. I don't drink beer that often, but I can see how this is quite enjoyable. If you think about it, this is basically a Tom Collins. Instead of filling with soda, or mixing in beer. So yeah, it's pretty good. And I think there's a lot of room to play around with this cocktail. You can sub out the rum for any sort of spirit that you really enjoy, and you can try a bunch of different syrups, and you can try different kinds of sours, like a lime or a lemon, or different other citrus juices. And there's a lot of different things you can add to this cocktail to really make it your own. But yeah, I think this is a really good format, and for sure it's definitely very performative. Dropping into the shot was really interesting, really cool to see. But yeah, overall, I highly recommend you try this drink. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave your fond memories and infamous moments of Axel in the comments down below. If you have an idea for a dog-themed cocktail, please let me know. Remember, Axel, do not wallow. TSB is here to swallow. Cocktails? Okay, that sounded a lot better in my head, but yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. Kanpai, and thank you.